Hi guys. I won't be spending too long today because I have the flu and it feels like smog the dragons in my throat, so I'm not gonna be saying too much about anything today. So I'm just gonna get to the point. Okay, first, we're talking about Haven, which was called Much Ado About Mara. Um, Here we see Dwight discover that if you talk to Mara like Audrey like appears. And then what they did was like emotionally tag team Mara, and then Audrey just appeared and it's like, help me guys, blah blah blah, and it's like, holy crap. And of course, Mara then realized that Audrey was still in her, so she probably snuffed out Mara like a candle. Whoops. But I think what's more pressing than the Mara issue is that something came out of the cave with them, and the psychiatrist wrote on her in her notes, Croatoan. Now, if anybody out there is a Supernatural fan as well as a Sleepy Hollow fan, knows that Croatoa is never anything good. It's always bad stuff. So we'll see what happens in next week's episode of Haven. Things are about to get crazy. No. So we're on to How to Get Away with Murder because I like this show. If I'm gonna lead a life of crime, I need to know how to get away with murder. It makes total sense. Anyway, this episode, Viola Davis is suspecting that her husband had something to do with the death of that young college student. Like she thinks he's having an affair, which is ironic because she's having an affair. But I thought Steven Weber, yeah, was I the only one that thought he was very hot? Fake stabbing that guy. I don't know. Those that was pretty sexy. I think. See, this is how you can tell the Hannibal fans. We like the weirdness, but I'm still not sure how the dead student goes to the Viola Davis's husband being murdered by her students. We'll have to wait and see because the timeline is really weird and I'm trying to figure out who killed who and why, and it's not making sense to me, so I'm just gonna sit back and watch what happens. Yeah, that's all I can do. Okay, this last week's Z Nation episode was called Full Metal Zombie, which I guess is based on the movie Full Metal. Yeah, okay, but I'm not gonna go into detail on it. um I guess it was a funny episode. Yeah, I like the doc. He's hilarious to me. He almost got blown up by zombies thrown on an air shaft. Yeah, and then almost got shot at because they thought he turned into a zombie. Uh, I really can't wait for The Walking Dead to come back. I feel like I'm getting a poor man's substitute of The Walking Dead, and I just really want The Walking Dead to come back, which it is in about 6 days. Can't wait because I need real I need emotion and zombies. Z Nation is not fulfilling my zombie love. Oh well, I'll keep watching because I ain't got nothing else to do. Hi, we're on to Doctor Who, and this episode was called Kill the Moon. Leave it to a Doctor Who episode where they try to blow up the moon. Actually, leave it to a Doctor Who episode where the moon isn't actually the moon. The moon's an egg. But I like the fact that they had a very young companion. I don't think we've seen that young a companion. Well, she's not like companion, but we haven't seen somebody that young travel with the Doctor since maybe I want to say the fifth Doctor. Yeah, fifth Doctor. So that was nice to see. There were a lot of emotions and it was a very emotionally charged episode, and towards the end, I mean, Clara was so mad at the doctor she pretty much told him to bugger off, I think is what the Brits would say, or screw you pretty much. Is this the end of the doctor and Clara? I highly doubt it, because I mean, who hasn't been mad at a friend, right? And you're still friends with them even though they annoy the crap out of you. So we'll see. He's probably gonna give her space. So all right. So we're on to Intruders, and this episode was called The Crossing Place. Now, I feel for Todd. Todd is just having a very bad day. First, John Sims' character comes, breaks into his house, beats the crap out of him. Then the shepherd comes, tries to stab him in the head with a pair of scissors and probably murder him with gauze. And then Marcus Fox kidnaps his daughter. And like, Todd was just not having, pardon me, a very good work day, you know. And then John Sims' friend, I think he was just at his wits' end about the whole ghost machine, people coming back, soul thing, and he did a little swan dive off the Verity building. I don't know how him killing himself is gonna help with the cause, but he seemed to have had a plan. I have no idea what that plan would entail, how that plan would entail him killing himself, but we will see because I have no idea how that's gonna work. Yeah. Okay, so last but not least, we have Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which was hilarious, always hilarious. But the one thing that really, really killed me was the Boyle dressed up in like a Jamaican flag suit with his cane rows or cornrows, as I think the Americans say. Cracked me up. I first of all, okay, no judgment. If you want to theme your wedding Jamaican Me Crazy or whatever, okay. But please stop using Sebastian the Crab as the example for what Caribbean people sound like. We do not sound like Sebastian the Crab. Please, just seriously. I mean, it was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing because, I mean, I think every Jamaican who watched that Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode cracked up because I was dying. Like, what the hell is he talking about? What is he? First of all, what is he wearing? Who came out his hair? Because oh my god, oh lord, he looked like he was dressed for Independence Day in Jamaica. It was hilarious. But anyway, please no, do not use Sebastian the Crab as the example of how people from the Caribbean sound. We do not sound like Sebastian the Crab. If you come up to us sounding like that, we're gonna laugh at you and shake our heads at you like, no. But it was a hilarious episode. Loved it. I'm glad Sergeant did not go through with his vasectomy thing. Snip, snip. Yeah. Finally, we have the strain, and my voice is going, so I'm going to make this quick. We finally see who the vampire killers are. Their royalty. Mind blown. The master can't. Master like the corner of the master, he like jumped out in direct sunlight and was like, "Peace, bitches." I didn't know he could, I was like, huh, so much for that plan. Like that plan like went out the water because you would think that all these years Satrakian would have kind of figured that maybe direct sunlight can't kill the master. Um, Fitzwilliam quit because he was just like, you know what, this is immoral. I've had enough. I can't deal with this. The vampire hunters recruiting sexy Hispanic guy. I don't blame them. I'd recruit him too. He is. I mean, yes, he has the skills and stuff, but he fine. Good job. They have taste. Um, Ephraim and adorable little boy, saw their mom in her state, vampire and all, and oh crap, the truth is revealed. Your mom's turned. You gotta kill your mom. Sucks. I mean, if this were Carl from The Walking Dead, Carl would have shot her. Carl would have shot his mom. Carl is a no nonsense kind of kid. Pardon me. But I'm looking forward to season 2. I really hope there's a season 2. Please do not pull a Firefly. Please. FX. Well, it ain't Fox, so I'm sure the strain is ready for season 2. I'm looking forward to the premieres for this week. I think Flash on Tuesday, season 10 of Supernatural. Demon Dean is canon. Hells yeah. Arrow on Wednesday, I believe. American Horror Story, Freak Show is on Wednesday as well. I can't remember anything else. All I know that Sunday is the premiere of The Walking Dead. Thank you. I've been dying. I need it. So Bye, guys. See you later. Hopefully, the rest of the week I have a voice. If not, you won't be seeing me vlogging. It'll probably be my brother or my BFF who will take over the reins for me if I have no voice. So,